The history of the Fender Telecaster. The Telecaster was developed by Leo Fender in Fullerton, California, in 1950. Between 1932 and 1949, several craftsmen and companies experimented with solid-body electric guitars, but none made a significant impact on the market. Leo Fender's Telecaster was the design that established bolt-on neck, solid-body guitars as viable in the marketplace. Fender operated an electronics repair shop called Fender's Radio Service, where he initially repaired and later designed amplifiers and electromagnetic pickups for musicians, primarily players of electric semi-acoustic guitars, electric Hawaiian lap steel guitars, and mandolins. Since the late 1920s, players had been wiring up their instruments in pursuit of greater volume and projection, and electric semi-acoustics, like the Gibson ES 150, had long been available. Until that point, tone had not been the primary reason for a guitarist to go electric. However, in 1943, when Fender and his partner, Clayton or Doc Kaufman, built a crude wooden guitar as a pickup test rig, local country players began asking to borrow it for gigs. It produced a bright and sustaining sound. Fender's operations expanded to include a line of lap steel guitars, and several features from those instruments would later be incorporated into a new electric solid-bodied guitar. In 1949, he began prototyping this new instrument. Although it was well understood that solid construction offered significant advantages in electric instruments, and by the 1930s, Audiovox had provided a solid-body makeshift electric guitar, no commercial solid-body guitar had ever gained traction. Leo believed that it could be successfully accomplished. The design drew inspiration from the solid-body Hawaiian guitars manufactured by Rickenbacker, small, simple units made of bakelite and aluminum with the parts bolted together, but utilized wooden construction. Rickenbacker had also introduced a solid bakelite-bodied electric Spanish guitar in 1935, which seemed to anticipate aspects of Fender's design. Most development guitars were discarded by Fender. However, two prototypes survived destruction. An earlier two-piece pine example was built in the summer of 1949, featuring a headstock design borrowed from the company's lap steels, while otherwise showcasing most of the characteristics that would define the Esquire, as the neck pickup had not yet been added. The second prototype, created later that year, included an ash body and the final headstock design. The bridge pickup was based on a modified version of the pickup from the company's Champion lap steel guitar. The new model had not been presented at the 1949 NAMM convention, which led Fender's sales manager, Don Randall, to express frustration that other manufacturers were showcasing guitars with multiple pickups. In 1950, the initial single pickup production model debuted as the Fender Esquire. The body was constructed from ash and the neck from maple, and the guitar was available in just one color, blonde. It was priced at $139.95, equivalent to $1,695 in 2025. Fewer than 50 guitars were originally produced under that name, and most were replaced under warranty because of early manufacturing problems. In particular, the Esquire necks had no truss rod, and many were replaced due to bent necks. Later in 1950, this single pickup model was discontinued, and a two-pickup model was renamed the Broadcaster. From this point onward, all Fender necks incorporated truss rods. The Esquire was reintroduced in 1951 as a single pickup variant at a lower price. In 1951, as a result of legal action from the Gretsch Company over the guitar's name, the Broadcaster, Gretsch already had the Broadcaster name registered for a line of drums. Factory workers simply snipped the Broadcaster name from its existing stock of decals, so guitars with these decals are identified simply as Fender, without any model name. The term Nocaster was later coined by collectors to denote these transitional guitars that appeared without a model name on the headstock. Since they were manufactured in this form for 8-9 months in 1951, original Nocasters are highly prized by collectors. There are no official production numbers, but experts estimate that fewer than 500 Nocasters were produced. Fender has since registered Nocaster as a trademark to denote its modern replicas of this famous rarity. Around September 1951, Fender renamed the guitar to Telecaster and started placing these decals on the headstock. Debuting with a transparent butterscotch finish, single-ply blackguard, maple neck with walnut backstripe, the Telecaster would go on to become the most successfully mass-produced electric guitar in history. In 1951, Fender released the innovative and musically influential Precision bass as a similar-looking stablemate to the Telecaster. This body style was later released as the Fender Telecaster bass in 1968 after the Precision bass had been changed in 1957 to make it more closely resemble the Fender Stratocaster guitar. This double cutaway style was the shape that influenced how the Fender Stratocaster was created. At the time Leo Fender began marketing the newly designed Stratocaster in 1954, he expected it to replace the blackguard Telecaster, but the Telecaster's many virtues and unique musical personality have kept it in demand to the present day. By 1952, Leo Fender was clear of any patent or naming infringements, and the Fender Company began producing the Telecaster guitar in larger numbers. These early models produced between 1950 and 1954 would become known as blackguards. In late 1952, Fender made several changes to the circuitry of the guitar. First, a true tone control knob was installed that could be used to alter the tone from bass heavy in the 0 position to treble heavy in the 10 position. The first position stayed the same as before with the neck pickup in dark circuit treble cut mode. In this position, the tone knob was disabled. The middle position turned off the dark circuit and turned on the tone control knob for the neck pickup. The third position selected the bridge pickup alone, again with an active tone control knob. Although this provided the player with a proper tone control, the change also made it impossible to blend the signal from both pickups. In late 1967, Fender modified the circuit again by removing the dark circuit from the first position. They installed what has become the standard twin pickup switching system. The first position features the neck pickup alone with tone control. The middle position combines both pickups with tone control, and the third position activates the bridge pickup alone with tone control. In conclusion, the Fender Telecaster has left an indelible mark on the landscape of music since its inception. As one of the first mass-produced electric guitars, it has played a crucial role in shaping various genres, from country and rock to blues and jazz. Its distinctive tone, vibrant sustain, and versatile playability have made it a favorite among countless musicians, influencing the sound of iconic artists like Jimmy Page, Keith Richards, and Bruce Springsteen. The Telecaster's simple yet effective design has fostered innovation in guitar playing and songwriting, solidifying its status as a legendary instrument that continues to inspire generations of musicians.